In the red corner, standing at 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighing in at a career heavyweight of 235 pounds, Iron Mike Tyson. What he lacks in height, he makes up for in God-given punching power. Tyson would be coming into this fight looking to regain the heavyweight title he so dearly missed. On the back of a 5-year win streak, I'd say he was in great contention for the belts. But standing in his way was a fighter who had it all, towering over Tyson at 6 feet 6 inches tall and weighing in at 250 pounds, Lennox the Lion Lewis. Lennox was the man of the 90s heavyweight boxing and feared by all in the division for one reason: his knockout power. In the months preceding the bout, the boxing world buzzed with excitement and intrigue. Mike Tyson, the self-proclaimed baddest man on the planet, once the most feared heavyweight of his era, was attempting to make a remarkable comeback after years of personal and professional turmoil. Tyson had lost his undisputed heavyweight title to Buster Douglas in a shocking upset in 1990 and had struggled with legal issues, prison time, and a series of comeback fights, including back-to-back losses with 90s great Holyfield. Lennox Lewis, on the other hand, was a towering figure in the heavyweight division. He would dwarf Tyson when stood side by side, standing over 7 inches taller than him and coming in nearly 20 pounds heavier on the night of the fight. Lewis, known for his impressive athleticism, powerful punches and tactical brilliance. Britain's own Lewis had already achieved remarkable success in his career, holding various versions of the heavyweight title and earning the status of one of the greatest heavyweight boxers of all time. The press conference brawl would get every man and their dog talking about fight night. With Tyson's infamous speech becoming something of a boxing legend, would the pre-fight hype live up to expectations? Or could Tyson punch the British undisputed heavyweight champion out of there in the very first round? Win, lose or draw, the fighters would have made their money, both raking in a cool $18 million each. And with the highest boxing buys of all time, the world would watch in with a keen eye to see who would come out of this fight victorious: the powerhouse Mike Tyson or the man-mountain Lennox Lewis.
Tyson's late trainer Costamatto had predicted they would, and here we go. And jabbing and moving his head early.
Tyson working in behind the double jab as we
see. Stacking up a little, unlike what Manny Stewart told him to do. Big uppercut for Lewis. He did
a little prematurely. Got off balance and went.
Since Mike Tyson has been hit with a puncher who has the kind of power. Tyson gets in a left hook. Lewis
gonna have to hold on, but Mike's coming in behind punches. Look, you're gonna see a lot of this fight excessively.
All right, stop it. Come on, stop it.
Tyson trying to get to Lewis, has tried to fight inside with Tyson.
Right now, Lewis isn't trying to fight at all. He's just trying to...
Jab by Lewis.
Trying to get the right hand to land somewhere, too. That hurt Lennox.
Big left hand by Tyson.
He worked that hook off a jab. Lennox is looking to try and time Mike with that right hand. There you
Clearance combination in the first round.
Tyson would start the first round like a madman possessed, launching at Lennox at every engagement, with every punch thrown, each one were thrown with bad intentions. I remember this first round well. No skybox office in our household, but the good old radio. Lennox would look to be sussing Tyson out early on in the fight, just looking to tie his man up any time he got close. But he wouldn't have long to think, as the second round bell would be upon us.
To talk to referee Eddie Cotton, Shields just turned around and made that comment to Cotton, who ignored him and said, "Come back."
Nice and easy, Mike. Nice and easy. Come on.
Yeah, the uppercut landed on the elbow of Mike. Coming in because he got his hands tight. Even there, not really.
Uppercut. Half blocked. He hasn't really gotten it going. Now he starts to work in rhythm. Tyson lunging.
There, Mikey, even with the double jab, he's short. He needs to throw the right hand. He hit Mike with that uppercut.
Throwing one punch at a time, Bobby.
He's not using the jab. There, he's trying to use it, but not using it well. He's got to...
Uppercut and a left hook from Lewis. He doesn't throw it all that often. I'm not the one who's holding, Eddie. Lennox Lewis in round 2, and increasingly so as the round progressed.
A better round for the British champion. He was still trying to work out Mike's movements, but looking to throw more shots with accuracy in the second round. Tyson was still as aggressive as ever, looking to put the bob and weave on Lennox's chin. We would have it a round apiece going into the third.
Round 3 begins. After seeming to control the tempo in round 1, Mike Tyson stood up.
Lennox Lewis made the adjustments in the second round. Now Mike needs to remake adjustments on his side.
Now Lewis not holding, but rather just pushing Tyson off.
Right, Mike's got to come back in behind it. Bring the fight to where he's comfortable.
Does he look eager enough to do more often? The jab as Mike tries to step in, able to keep Tyson at long range, so far back.
And I sometimes think his body wants to go forward, his mind keeps pulling his body back. Because
that would be the product of Lewis's jab. And there's a huge left hook by Tyson, but Lewis took it well. And now Tyson begins to paw at the blood on his right eye.
Time for the man to do it against.
That's where Lewis was holding his hands when Hasim Rahman knocked. As Tyson goes to the...
Again, another solid round from Lennox Lewis, keeping his man at bay with the long arm of the law. Mike would look to get up close and personal with a few sneaky shots on the inside, but Lennox would be too long in the game to box Tyson face to face. The ref would occasionally have a word with the champion about holding, but it wouldn't completely stop it.
So as round 4 begins, Lennox Lewis has gotten the fight to go in the direction he wanted it to go. Tyson again lands a left hook.
Lewis is fighting a smart fight, jabbing and tying Mike up on the inside. Jab on the wing, get the pretty tough. You're not going to stop him in one shot. I don't think so. I really don't.
Another solid right cross, Lennox Lewis.
I think right now Mike Tyson's a little bit dazed. I think he's extremely confused. He's taking a fraction of the speed off his punches, giving Lennox enough time to cover up.
Time by Tyson. Another right hand. No, Eddie Cotton can see it. Jab, jab. Tyson trying to duck.
He wouldn't be able to tie his hands up if they were moving.
Another right hand flush. And more that Lewis was holding him while he hit him. Lawrence Cole, what's the ruling here? He got put now. Eddie Cotton is going to deduct a point.
He hit him in the back.
Lewis
the point was for hitting him in the back.
A pushover to end the fourth, not scored as a knockdown, but a push. Lennox would see himself with a point deduction for his dirty antics, but would go back to his corner, the happier man. Tyson would be worst for wear after getting off the canvas. With his punches slowing with each round, Lennox was left to do a number on the hard-hitting American.
And Mike Tyson did all but nothing.
Mike Tyson right now is having problems adjusting. First round.
Tyson tries to counter Lewis's jab. There's blood on Tyson's left eye. So both eyes are bleeding.
Stop punch, come on, let's go.
Jab, Tyson, not busy.
Mistake. Mike's supposed to work him behind the jab. The jabs don't even have to land. He's got to hit him.
Cut by Lewis.
Let's go, Mike.
Mike Tyson's eye.
Some hurt back on Lennox. So you can't stay out there. He's just got a jab, and even if the jab doesn't land, I think he should just work the way he's been working. Work behind the jab like that.
Tyson hasn't looked dangerous for the last couple of rounds.
He's got to throw punches. He's being outworked, and he's being played with. He's being target practice, not part of the combination execution.
It is rapidly becoming what some has a lot of craft, and another guy who may well have squandered too much of his ability.
The fifth round would see Lennox just teeing off on Tyson's grid. The damage was taking its toll on the ex-champion's performance. But Lennox was looking as calm as ever, throwing hands and landing cleanly. Mike would have to pull up his socks and have a word with himself going into the sixth round.
Screaming at Lennox Lewis, you got a man in front of you, quit screwing around.
Well, what, man, close him out. Don't give him a chance to get back in the fight. He's dangerous at all times.
Now Lewis begins to expend.
Right hand's behind it. Lennox doing what he wants.
That was big. Boy, Tyson's got a good chin. Lewis misses with look on his face in the Lewis corner.
And Manor Stewart wants him to finish this.
practice. He's going to walk to victory.
And Mike's going.
And then knocked him out with a big shot in the fifth. However,
A much better offensive fighter, 10 times more dangerous, and right now commanding the show.
out of two eyes that are swelling rapidly.
And I think just a piece of him has gotten stung.
I think Lewis...
How was Mike still standing? He was taking an old school hiding, but he wasn't ready to go down. Lennox's corner would tell him to get him out of there and start loading up on your right hand. How much more could Mike take?
Shot. Now's the time.
Now 58-55. It's a three-point edge. Mike Tyson is quickly approaching the point of no practice.
Committing a foul.
He really has. He's a little too docile tonight.
Has both eyes. Oh, huge right hand by Lewis.
He certainly demonstrated some of the very best of it tonight.
Huge right hands. There.
Get out, get out.
Lennox Lewis. But Mike's not looking like he's on sturdy feet right now. It just doesn't work that way.
At the end of the seventh, Mike would limp back to his corner, a beaten man. These are two fantastic fighters, separated only a year in age, but separated more so in boxing primes. Tyson, in the mid-80s, a young bull in a china shop. Lennox, a 6'6", 250-pound bottle of red that got better with age.
Punch from Tyson, thus the swelling under the left eye. But basically, Mike has thrown right, who's landed a combination.
It has to be resolved that he's not going to win this fight. Let me just stand here and take one swing here and there, but it does.
To Tyson in a subtle way that he'll consider throwing in the towel. What a letdown it would be to the Tyson public.
There's a beautiful right hand to the body. But
Tyson trying to let his hands go, catches two huge uppercuts.
7, 8, you all right, Mike? Come on, you have to go, Mike.
So it's being counted as a knockdown.
then it's over.
Lopsided fight, getting more so. Big shots from Lewis. Tyson gets in an uppercut. He got the Buster Douglas at the end of the 8th round. And that's going to be... He's out. Lennox Lewis knocks out Mike Tyson.
A knockout for the ages, for a fight for the history books, and as always, are you an old school boxing fan? If so, give that subscribe button a stiff jab. I've been Frank Monroe here at Below the Belt Boxing. Take care.